anything that the political left can use to gain benefit to essentially stifle or intimidate free speech from those on the conservative side. And this is a trend. It's very dangerous, and it plays right into what I believe the correct narrative, that the FBI has become an extension of the Democrat Party and a political tool for the progressive left to use against anyone they disagree with. And that's what we're seeing here.
How is that possible, Tony? I mean, how is it possible that any political party could turn, one of these agencies not just into a tool? I mean, I would suppose that a president and an administration can have impact, obviously, on the Department of Justice and other influence. Right. But this goes on. It doesn't matter who's in power. They're all to one side. They attacked Donald Trump. Remember when Chuck Schumer said, I think it might have been the 6th of January, 2017, before Donald Trump took office, basically right. saying, you go after, you make comments about the intelligence community, they can come after you 6 ways to Sunday. Chuck Schumer told us exactly what was going to happen, didn't he?
Right.
Well, we'll hold that right there. Go ahead, Tony. We lost you just for a moment, but go ahead from right there.
Yeah, sorry. So this started really during the Clinton year. Basically, the Clinton administration made the strategic decision to start plugging in people like Lois Lerner. Lois Lerner started off as an appointee. She transferred over to become a career employee, and the rest is history. Steve, they did that all throughout law enforcement and the intelligence community. That's why you've seen that no matter what happens now, no matter who's in charge, you have the rank and file who've come through who were essentially political operatives first and public servants second. And it's all paying off for them, because what you'd have to do right now is essentially fire the top 2 echelons of the folks in charge to get rid of this infiltration or infestation. I think it's more of an infestation, to be honest with you. But that's what's gone on. And so that's why no matter who's in charge, you see the Comeys, you see the Peter Strokes, you see all these folks always going to the political left and supporting that agenda. And that's what's going on here. And Christopher Wray has looked the other way, in my judgment, purposely. He's allowed it to continue without any abatement. And that's why you see this over and over again.
Then do you say that Christopher Wray is in on it, Tony? I mean, you're a guy who you're an intelligence officer. You're a spy. You get how this works behind the curtain in ways that I certainly don't, and the people watching this program for the most part certainly do not. You understand how it works. And so then the question becomes for me and for millions of others. They can't all be in the bag for Joe Biden or Bill Clinton or Barack Obama. They can't be. So how does this end up perpetuating year after year, decade after decade?
It's all about who's in charge. You're right. I know honest agents. I've been in combat with several of them. I've worked with them I was actually attached to the FBI, going to do operations in Athens, Greece against a terrorist group back there in 2001. So I know there's good people. With that said, it's those in leadership positions, Steve, who essentially call the tune and set the policy. So it doesn't matter how many honest agents you have. If you've got one guy in charge of a dozen agents and the guy in charge is bad, he will direct the honest agents to do bad things.